So for understanding reliability and factor analysis, we see the sheet of ours, and this sheet is having the responses copy pasted. So for applying reliability test, what we'll do, we'll go to analyze and click on scale and reliability statistics. Okay, so what we see here is a new window wherein we have all the variables, name of the variables. We have not transferred anything else, and we see there is another window, okay, where we have already clicked item scale if item deleted, correlation, and we'll continue it. And then see, for calculating the reliability, for assessing the reliability, there are several measures like alpha, split, half, Gutman reliability, parallel, strict parallel reliability, but alpha is the most oftenly used and accepted measure of reliability. So we'll use alpha as the measure and we'll click OK. After clicking OK, we'll see a new output sheet, okay, which can be seen parallelly, okay, which can be seen parallelly. So I'm starting a new share wherein you can see the output sheet, and in this output sheet there are different tables. We'll go to reliability statistics table and see that number of items are 61 here. That means we asked 61 questions to respondents, and the Cronbach alpha value is 0.929. This means that the 0.929 is the Cronbach alpha value, which is higher than the standard value. The minimum value needed is 0.7 and our reliability is 0.929. This means the questionnaire we have used for measuring the variable is reliable enough to be used further for the study. Okay, and then we'll go to scale statistics, and here we see that the mean, variance, and standard deviations for the questions for the number of items we have used. This can also be added to the results part. We'll go to item to total statistics and we'll see a column of Cronbach alpha if item deleted. That means if we delete any questions from the questionnaire, are there any chances of increasing the reliability of the questionnaire? The reliability value which we got in this analysis is 0.929, and if we delete variable one is question one, if we delete question, the reliability value remains to be 0.29. If we delete question number second, the reliability value remains to be 0.29. We need to check a value which is higher than 0.929, and in this analysis we see that there is no such value which is higher than 0.929. That means our questionnaire, we need not to drop any question in the questionnaire and it is reliable. Further, we'll apply the factor analysis test and we'll go to analyze. Okay, we'll go to analyze and one moment, and we'll click to scale. We'll click to dimension reduction factor, and we see all the variables already transferred here. On descriptors, we'll click univariate descriptives initial solution. Here we'll take coefficient and Kalman-Bartlett test of sphericity. Click to extraction, we'll use principal axis factor as the extraction method and number of iterations to be 100. And then in the rotation, we have already clicked Varimax rotation and the maximum iteration for convergence to be 100. In scores tab, we will click to save as variables and we'll continue. In option tab, exclude cases, list by sorted by size, suppress small coefficient below 0.3 value so that there is no clutter in the factor matrix. We'll click on it. Descriptives, as I've already told, univariate descriptives, initial solution, coefficients, Kalman-Bartlett test. I'm repeating it because I forget to share the screen earlier. Principal axis matrix and maximum iterations to be 100. Then we'll click on to the OK. What we'll see in the same output sheet, okay, in the same output sheet, factor analysis results, they are added, and one by one we'll see. We'll go to Kemo and Bartlett test of sphericity, and we see the value is 0.832. Ideally in researches, it's been said that value should be at least 0.6, or it should be between 0.6 to 0.8 for your sample to be adequate enough for carrying out exploratory factor analysis. And we see our value is 0.832. This means that the sample is adequate enough to for carrying out further factor analysis. Okay, then we'll see to go to the total variance explain matrix, and what we see that here 1 2 3 4 5 6 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 15 factors have emerged out. And you have to see the rotation sum of square loadings, wherein this tab total tab shows total eigenvalue. For factor 1 the total eigenvalue is this, for second it is this, for third it is 3.37, fourth, fifth, sixth, and likewise till 15th. And percentage of variance explained by factor 1 is 15.616, 12.469 by second factor, and so on. And these values have to be taken into consideration while writing results in Word, where when you see the format of writing factor analysis results. So these two tab values have to be taken from here. But here what we see is the number of factors and their total eigenvalue and total variance. But we do not know which factors have clubbed under, which questions have clubbed under which factor. So we'll see the rotated factor matrix. I have clicked here rotated factor matrix, and rotated factor matrix can be seen here. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 15 are actually they are the number of factors. And under factor 1, these are the questions. So question number 13 has clubbed with the value of 0.777 under factor 1, 9 under factor 1, question number 19 under factor 1, and similarly we see for all these are under factor 1. Variable 20 for variable 46, that is question number 46, that we see 0.581 value under factor 1 and 0.515 value under factor 5. So what this means, that for question number 46 is clubbed under both factor 1 and factor 5, but we cannot take it under both the factors, so we consider it under the factor which has the higher value. And here we see the higher value is under factor 1, which is 0.581. 0.581 is greater than 0.515. Similarly, question 56, first question number 16, again it is clubbed under factor 1 and factor 2, but we'll see the mod value, and mod value is higher for factor 1. So question number 16 has clubbed under factor 1. Question number 36, if we see, again it is clubbed under question number 36 has clubbed under again two factors 1 and 2, but the higher value is under factor 1. For factor 16, again I want to tell that it has clubbed and not 16 actually. Question number 56 has clubbed under factor 15 as well, but the higher value obviously is under factor 1, so we'll consider this question under factor 1. If we see question 50 here, it is under factor 2, this is factor 2, and the value is coming under factor 2. And then question number 51, question number 26, for question number 51 we see 0.676 is the value under factor 2, and under factor value is 0.387. So a higher value is under factor 2, so we'll consider question number 51 under factor 2. Similarly, we have to see the results for all the factors. Okay, just one moment, we will see how to write results. And when there is a particular format for writing results, and that I'm going to share. Just you need to wait for a second. Okay, I am again going back to output sheet and reliability statistics. This reliability statistics, uh, this reliability statistics, let the Word file get open first. Okay, this reliability statistics table has to be copied, and it's taking pretty long time to get open. It has to be copied to the results, and we see I'm just starting a new share. And we see this table has to be copied here while writing results. See, this is a study where there are more than one variable. So name of the variable, Cronbach alpha, and number of items have to be copied. Then in factor analysis, KMO table has to be copied like this. And because there were multiple variables, there are multiple tables. Okay, important table is this. And suppose you have to write result about the first factor. You do not know the name of the factor, you need to name it just as factor 1, and then the total eigenvalue from where it will come. It would come from, okay, it would come from this table, total variance explained table. And total eigenvalue for factor 1 is 0.956 and percentage variance is 15.6. Okay, 956 and 15.6. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to write total eigenvalue was how much? Mm, it was 0.956. Okay, so I'll write 0.956 as the value here, and the value of total variance explained for factor 1 was 15.616. Okay, 15.616, and then the item converged have to be taken, item converged have to be taken from this rotated factor matrix. Under factor 1, variable 13 with factor load of 0.777. Okay, 0.777. What is the question number? 39, etc. Okay, 13 factor load. I'll write question number 13. You can copy paste the statement, and the factor load is 0.777. Similarly, there were other questions which were clubbed, so you need to copy paste the question and their factor loads for writing the results. Like this, you can write the results for factor analysis.